channel. I hope you're doing well. I am so excited for today's video. It's going to be my March TBR. I created quite an ambitious TBR and still have some to add to it, as you guys will see in a little bit later in this video. I'm very excited to continue reading and continue going my love for reading. It's been so fun these last couple of months and I'm just so excited. We have a lot of books to get through, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into it. First, I'm going to start off with the read-alongs that I'm doing. So this month I decided to participate in two readathons. The first one is Spring-Into-Reading-A-Thon. It's hosted by Read Readers, which is Clint, Allie at Hardback Hoarder, I think that's what the name is, and Melanie at Completely Melanie. I will leave all of their channels linked in the description so that you guys can get more information on this readathon if you are interested in participating. But the books that I have on here are following the prompts, so I'm just going to let you know which books I decided to go with. Okay, so the first prompt on this Spring-Into-Reading-A-Thon, that's hard to say, Spring-Into-Reading-A-Thon, is a book that it's called Spring Cleaning, a book that's been collecting dust on your bookshelf. So technically, I do have a book that's been on my bookshelf a little bit longer than this, but this is one of the first books that I bought in my book buying experience that has not been read. So this is The Playground. I don't really know too much of what it's about. I think I tried to explain this in my book haul and I couldn't really remember, but I do want to read it, so I put this on here, and this is by Jane Schmilt? James Schmilt? Is that even how you say that? I have no idea. It's the first in the TBR for this readathon. And the second book that I wanted to put on this TBR is for the prompt, It's Time for Vacay. I was going to read The Honeymooners through the library, but my hold ended up coming really, really soon, and so I already read it because I didn't want to lose it. It wasn't going to come in time for this readathon. So I read it, and I decided to do The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. I don't have it currently, so I'll put it up here on the screen, but I am going to order it so that I can read it during this readathon, but I don't currently have it just yet. But I really liked the movie, and I figured it's kind of a vacation, a summer vacation. It kind of went with the theme, and I figured it would be a good book to read. And so for the next prompt, it's Love is in the Air, and so I chose it's supposed to be a book about love and or friendship, and I chose Crazy Rich Asians. It has been on my TBR for about a month now, and I do really want to read it. And there's also an audiobook at my library for this, and I really enjoy reading books and audiobooks at the same time, so I figured maybe this would be a good book for that. I'm excited to read this. This is about a girl and a boy or a man and a woman, should I say, that are dating, and things are getting pretty serious. He wants her to meet his family in Asia, and they go over, and she finds out that he is extremely rich, and she's just trying to figure out how to learn the inner workings of his family and their culture, as well as being like judged for the fact that she's not rich, but she's not like full Asian, as they would say. She's Asian American, which puts her at a disadvantage in this relationship. So I'm excited to read the book. I really loved the movie, so this is the next book on there. The next prompt for this readathon is Tiptoe Through the Tulips, so a book with pink or yellow on the cover, and I have both. I chose The Right Swipe. This is by Alicia Ray, I think that's how you say her last name, and I still don't know any more about this book than I did when I hauled it, but I am excited to read it, and I'm hoping that it'll be a nice romance that will just make me all gooey inside. And the next prompt is Over the Rainbow, so this is to read a classical fairy tale or a retelling. I chose Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I am excited to read this. I hear so many people talk about the Alice books and how they are so good, so I really want to read it. And then maybe it'll make me want to watch the movie after. So yes, I'm going to read this for that prompt. Okay, the second to last prompt is Women's March, and this is to read a book with a strong female character, and I decided to read The Wicked King. So this is the sequel to The Cruel Prince, and I am very excited to read this, and this does have a strong female character. Jude is the main character of this book, and I'm not going to tell you what the sequel is about, mostly because I don't know, and but The Cruel Prince is about a group of sisters that get kidnapped from the human world and taken to the fairy world, and it's just working those inner dynamics of how the fairy world is ran. There's a lot of politics that goes into it. There's a hate-to-love romance. I'm very excited to see how Holly Black expands on this book from The Cruel Prince, so I'm very excited to read that. And then the very last book is Spring Break Bash, and that is the group book. It's called If I'm Being Honest. It's by Emily Wibberley and Austin. This is a hard last name. Austin No, I'm not gonna try it. I will leave the picture up here, and hopefully you guys can figure out how to pronounce the last name because I cannot. But that is the book that they're doing for the group book, and so I'm going to be ordering that as well when my book buying ban is up in February. So that'll be happening on the 1st, and it'll be here in time for the readathon. I don't even think I set the dates. The dates for this readathon are March 19th to the 29th, so it's a 10-day readathon, and they'll be doing the live show on March 28th at 3 p.m. EST, I believe, and I'm not sure which channel it's going to be on, but I will leave all that information in the description box below, and I'm going to move on. So the next readathon that I'm doing is the The next readathon that I'm going to be doing is the Elderlingalong. That's so hard to say. Elderlingalong. Is that how you say it? I have it on my computer over here. So it's the Elderlingalong, and it's hosted by Becca and the Books, Cody's Book Corner, and a couple other people. I'm not familiar with their channels, but I'm going to be brushing up on them before I start the readathon, but I will leave all of their information in the description box as well. But they are going to be reading the first book in the Farseer trilogy, and that is by Hobb, and the first book is The Assassin's Apprentice. I don't know too much about it, but I just really wanted to participate in the readathon, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. I've heard great things about Hobb's writing and her books, and so I'm very excited to read that. And then I'm going to jump into my own personal picks for my TBR. Okay, so this month is middle grade March, and I do have a couple of middle grade books. I'm not necessarily doing the readathon, but I figured in the spirit of middle grade March, I would pick a book that I could read. So out of the books that I have, I decided to go with Inside Out and Back Again. And this is about a young girl that is escaping Vietnam after the war, and it's basically about her life in a span of a year after escaping from Vietnam, and it's written in verse, and I'm really excited to read this. That was a weird noise. I'm really excited to read this, and I'm hoping that it is as good as it seems. The next book that I decided to put on my TBR is Slay, and this is by Brittany Morris. I'm hoping that this book is really good. I heard great things about this book. Everybody raves about this book. I know that it has to do with video games for the Black community, and I believe that in the game somebody dies, and she's being blamed, and so she's just trying to figure out how to deal with that. And so I'm very excited to read this. It is quite a short book too, so I'm hoping that it is good and easy to go through, and I'm very excited for this. The next book is Women Who Run with Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola. Oh my god, why are these names so hard? This is a book recommendation from my sister. I meant to read it in February, but I just didn't end up having the time or really the desire to sit down and read something that I know is probably going to be pretty heavy hitting. So this is definitely a book that I want to get to in February, and I'm hoping that I will be able to finish it. Not in February, in March. But yeah, so I'm really excited for this. I am also going to be reading 50 Shades Freed. This is the last book in the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, and I am just going through the rest of my reread, and I will be creating a video for these 3 books at the end to kind of go through my thoughts and everything like that. If you guys watch my previous videos, you already know about that, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but yeah, I'm not even going to explain this book, but I will be reading this as well. Alright, another book that I picked up from the library is The Summer I Found You by Jolene Perry. I read the synopsis in the library and it sounded really good. It's a short little book. I figured that because I was putting a lot of books on my TBR this month, I might grab a little bit of a shorter book. And it seemed really good. I don't really know too much about it other than what the synopsis says. So it sounds like just a cute contemporary romance, and I'm excited to read this. And the last book that I've specifically picked out, which is not really... It was not necessarily really meant for this TBR, but I am currently reading Anna Kay. My goal is to finish it before Saturday, the end of February, so I can include it in my wrap-up, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, so in case I don't finish it, this will be going on my March TBR. This is an Anna Karenina retelling, but basically Gossip Girl style. It follows a group of about like 7 people from different perspectives, but it's mostly based on Anna, who has a boyfriend and it has a seemingly perfect relationship, but she meets this boy, and she is now coming to terms with the fact that she really has feelings for him and what she's willing to give up to have this relationship and the consequences that come with that. So I am about 120 pages into this and I'm enjoying it now more than I was before, but hopefully I can finish it and I won't need to add this to my March TBR. All right, and the fun begins. So I put all of the books that I have on my TBR, physical and audiobook and ebook, in this little cup, this little mug that says, all I need today is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus, which I need Jesus, okay? But I figured I would pick 5 book titles from here to put on my TBR. I just thought it would be fun to kind of not know what I'm getting into. So let's go ahead and pick those 5. And if you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, they're just little papers, so I won't look. But I also not gonna give you a shot of my nose either, so. Okay, what do we got? The Falconer. Let me show you. Oh, that's not where the camera is. I don't think it's gonna focus, but it says The Falconer, and I will grab that. I almost knocked down T'Challa over there just to get this book, but this is a book that my sister gave me. It sounds really good. I don't know too much about it. I'm hoping that it's really good, but I'm just going to read the little blurb that says, "One girl's nightmare is another girl's fairy tale." So that sounds interesting, I guess. We'll see if I like it. All right, let's do the next one. Inception. So this is a book that I have on my Kindle, so I'll put the picture up here. I have no idea what it's about. I downloaded it like maybe 2 years ago and I never read it, so I have no idea if it's gonna be good. I'll probably look up some good read reviews. That's a tongue twister. Good read reviews, and see if it's good, but I have no idea. So 3 more to go. The Last Magician. So I am actually very excited to read this. I just found out that my library has the audiobook version of this as well, so hopefully I can read that and listen to it at the same time, and I'm excited for that. Let me grab it. Apparently this shelf is popular, and this is The Last Magician. I think this is about a girl who lives in a city that has been stripped of magic, and she is trying to regain that magic for her city. I'm not really sure too much. I did read the synopsis when I was in Barnes & Noble, but I don't really remember. I'm hoping that it's good. It sounds good. I've heard mixed reviews, so we will see. All right, 2 more. Okay. Permanent Record. So, this is another book that I do not have physically. This is something that is on my Scribd library, so I will put a picture up here. And I don't really know what this is about. This is one of those books that I was going through people's recommendations for their best of 2019, and this had come up a number of times. So I'm like, oh, I will try it. So hopefully I like it. I will keep you guys updated. And the last one, Geekerella. Awesome. So let me grab that. That's up high. Okay, so the last book that I picked up is Geekerella. This is by Ashley Poston, and this is a Cinderella retelling, so I'm really excited to read this. I've heard great things about this book, so I'm hoping that I enjoy it. I'm pretty sure that this is about a fangirl and a Hollywood actor, and those are the 2 characters that are in the Cinderella retelling. So hopefully it's good. I'm so excited to read this. I'm so excited that I pulled this. I've been wanting to read this for a while. Oh my gosh, this TBR looks insane. I did say it was pretty ambitious. I wasn't lying. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Oh, I got it in the shot. All right, I can't even talk. That's my TBR, and that is excluding 2 books that I'm missing currently. And 2 books or 3 books? 3 books that I'm missing, and 2 books that are audiobooks and ebooks. So in total, it is 20 books. I did count it before. 20 books on my TBR, and I have my work cut out for me. I know. If this sounds crazy, but I'm very excited. I cannot wait to jump into these books, and yeah, I'm so excited. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me move these first. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!